9:35, welcome back. This is CTV Morning Live. Ask the Expert this morning. Joel's here to help you out from K3C Credit Counselling, and I want to make sure we get this point across. There are ways to find out. You said do research on when you get a credit counselor to help you out. Mm-hmm. There are ways to find out what these companies are all about, like yours, right? Because all your people are certified.
That's correct. We have certified credit counselors.
Yeah.
And we're part of the...
You're monitored, aren't you?
We're accredited. Yes,
Yeah.
we're accredited. We're part of the national and provincial associations of credit counseling services, which, if you're looking for somebody, make sure that they are part of the Canadian Association of Credit Counseling Services or the Ontario Association, which is basically the same body.
I would advise
we've been around for 40-some years, so you want to make sure that
you're
not
a well-established
somebody that came in October to reap on...
I would advise people, no matter what these people who call you or the commercials you see or hear, try and stay away from that, even talking to those people, because they're not interested in helping you like home-based certified companies are. Correct.
I would tend to agree with that.
There are more reputable companies than just yours, but there are very few. So be careful when you're looking at this. Be very careful, because you're just getting yourself into a situation even deeper than you're already in.
That's right.
And, a lot of times people call credit counseling companies, services, because they're in some difficulty. Don't make it any worse.
And the problem is these companies are coming in, they're polluting the waters a little bit, and they're making, a reputable companies hard to distinguish. So the idea.
They're making it more attractive to go to them with whatever they say, but it's not necessarily and is usually not the truth.
Absolutely.
All right, we got another email question. Greg has sent us in something. And this is a very good question. I'm currently between jobs, but I do have over $10,000 in debt, which is not unusual. He's paying the minimums right now. I want to get credit counseling, but is it something I should look into now or wait until I find a job? That's a very good question.
It's a great question.
Yeah, he's a lot of people are in this boat.
Yeah. Short answer is now. Because if you seek counseling now, at least you're going to know what all of your options are. And so that when you are working, that you'll already know how much things cost, how they'll affect your credit, where can I turn, and it gives you a little bit of, incentive. So if I tell you, okay, you can do a debt repayment program, and at $10,000, it'll be about $200 a month. Essentially, I can't go any less than $200.
Right.
If you're not working, we try to reduce it as much. And then if you are working, like once you start working, the program is open, so you can pay more and finish faster.
Right.
So if you're unemployed now and you can afford a couple $100, it's a great opportunity to get you down, and we can stop the interest and get the debt started to pay. And then when you start to work, just hammer it down a little bit.
So what does this do to Greg's credit in the end? Let's say his career resumes and he gets a job and he pays off the debts that he had come to talk to you about. What happens to his credit in the meantime?
The key, Kurt, is to pay off your debt. Whenever you embark on any kind of repayment plan that is outside of the regular payment to your creditor, okay? So if you go away from that and you're using a third party like us, or if you go see a trustee or somebody else, as soon as you're using a third party, it's going to affect your credit. So you need to be aware of that. And what we'll do is help you repay the debt and then take 2 years to rebuild.
Reestablish.
We have to rebuild.
Yeah.
And we have credit card companies that have approached us and said, we understand that it's a big commitment for clients to make those payments and follow through, that we will give a credit card to anybody that successfully completes. And on top of that, they came back to us and said, the recidivism rate is very low.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's good news.
Bottom line is, if you do decide, not to pay your debts, or you get yourself in a situation where you're not paying the minimums and so on and so forth, you're hurting your credit way more than if you go do something about it. And obviously there are certain credit card companies and so on that would look at this and go, okay, they've taken that step. They've now paid off their previous bills through a third party, whatever the case may be. Yeah. So, they're not necessarily taking a chance, but they're showing that they have the initiative to do something.
That's right.
Right?
And there's a lot of people that they come in and they're hanging on to this concept of having good credit. Well, you have to understand is, what does good credit mean? To me, it means that people are still willing to lend you money. if people stop lending you money, you might want to reconsider the fact that you have good credit.
Yeah.
Even though you're making your minimum payments and okay, I'm keeping up, but if you're maxed up on your credit cards, if you're struggling, your credit might not be as good as you think.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to make a bigger mess in order to clean it up.
Yep. It's worth the conversation. And tell you what, all you have to do is make a telephone call to you guys, right? And you'll help people out.
Oh yeah,
get them going.
It's free. To talk to any counselor is free. There's no charge. There's no obligation. You call. We have an online assessment, K3C.org. Complete the online assessment from the comfort of your home.
Yeah.
Or you can come in and talk to us. We have 2 offices in Ottawa and offices across Eastern Ontario. So
yeah, sometimes face-to-face feels better, don't you think? Good stuff. Joel, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. K3C Credit Counseling Services. Get in touch, make that call, and you'll be on the road to recovery in the new year. That's always good. 9:41. Hey, maybe your recovery involves getting yourself back in shape. Well, personal trainer Donnie Ruiz joining us this morning to help you out with that. All kinds of help for you on this program. We'll be back with more after this.